Hi, welcome to the Knotty Crocheter. Sorry about the lighting. I always end up recording at night, and so it's dark out. All my windows are covered anyway. Pretty soon, I'm hoping in April, I'll be getting a new phone with a really good camera, and so my videos should improve by then. Anyway, let's see, where should I get started? I'll get started by, I teased you last time, saying that I had puppies. So, let's see, my birthday, I was going to do this on my birthday, but I had some household stressors that left me kind of sad and mad and in a not a very good state of mind, so I really couldn't do this. But today's the 18th, and Monday, and I brought along a little friend to show you. She turned 1 month old on my birthday on the 16th. Oh, kisses, kisses. Yeah, kisses. Isn't she just a doll? Look at the markings. Look at the little tip on the end of her tail. She has a little white tip. If I was able to keep one, I would keep this one. She's tiny, like her mama. Her mother's only like 6 pounds, and she's gonna be little like her mom, and Spot's little like that. I love the little tiny Las Abzos. So I said I'd bring her and introduce her. I'm calling her Sadie right now. I was calling her Melody because she was the color of keyboards. But for some reason, the name Sadie popped into my head and just seemed to stick. She looked like a Sadie to me. But I just hope she gets a good home, along with the rest of them. I have 7 puppies right now. And she's the only black and white one. And I'm just totally in love with her. I've never had a black and white one. Oh, I need to get my bangs trimmed. Anyway, I've been working mostly, well, to start out last week, for 3 days, I had arthritis in my wrists and my hands, my fingers. I still have it in this thumb, but it's not real bad, so that's okay, I can deal with that. But it was so bad in my wrist and my fingers that I wasn't able to crochet for 3 days. It drove me crazy. I read 3 books. And, and I watched some movies. So, with the day after, when the attacks finally stopped, and I think it was, because I'm on the turmeric and royal jelly, all the all natural stuff, and it works so much better than the medication ever did, and it's not as dangerous. But, the day after I got over where I could bend my fingers again, I finished the poncho that I was working on, and I made 2 hats. So those are my finished objects for today. Now, I showed you in the last video a poncho that I had started using black pepper swirl yarn by Sweet Rolls. I think I have it written down. It was Dixie Charm Poncho Pattern by Handcrafted Crochet Designs, Elk Studio. I couldn't do it. I tried 7 or 8 times. I ripped it out and tried again, ripped it out and tried again. I don't know if it's me or the pattern or what, but we just didn't mesh. I couldn't do it. So I never did manage to do that pattern. Then I was watching some videos, and I was watching Bag a Day Crochet with Crystal, and I noticed on the bottom where it had some of her videos, there was one for a poncho. And I thought, oh, that's really pretty. Now, she made it using 3 shawl and a ball and a J hook. For some odd reason, I used a K hook, and I used a couple of those Karen 1-pounders. And I made this. So it turned out differently than hers, but I still love it. There's the bottom, the shorter sides. It's made of the Karen 1-pound called Country Cottage. It's 2 shades of country blue and a tannish brown and white. And it looks awesome with jeans. And it's so snuggly soft. It's wonderful to wear around the house and just takes the chill off. So I'm really happy with this. But I still want to make one the way that she made it. So I'm going to have to get some shawl and a ball and try it exactly the same way she did it. It's a really great pattern. And then on the day that I finished those two, the poncho, I had some appointments and I couldn't take the poncho because it was already too big. And I knew I'd have to sit in waiting rooms and stuff. So I grabbed one of my favorite hat patterns. I have a whole box of hats that I've made so far. And most of them are two patterns that I really love. And one of them, I can't remember the name of it. I think it's just called a basic beanie, but I'm not sure. But it's by Mango Tree Crafts. And it's made with Simply Soft yarn. And so, on the same day that I finished the poncho, I made a couple of these hats. And you would be surprised how much yarn is left over. And I made these two hats. And these hats are wonderful. You can see, I don't know if you can see, the stitch on the top. It's a cluster. It's a little cluster stitch. And then on the bottom, a little ribbing. They're cute. They're easy. They're fast. They fit. I love them. So I'll probably be putting those in my Etsy shop eventually. Right now, the only thing I have in my Etsy shop, I just started it. And it's my other favorite pattern, which I will have to find out what the name of it is and who does it. See if I can find that out before my next video. But it's done with Red Heart Stripes yarn. And you can tell, like, where some end and where some begin, that they were from the same skein. Because it always comes out a little bit differently. And if you can see the stitches, I believe it's cross stitches on this one. And these are adorable too. On or even just sitting around, they're cute. And they fit teens to ladies. So I got those in my Etsy store, but that's all so far. I'm planning on adding to that later on. Those are my 3 finished objects. And then the main whip that I've been working on lately is one that I got from my Mary Maxim subscription kit. It's called Milan Wrap and Hat. And the picture doesn't do it justice. This is the picture. But I don't think the picture does it justice. After I started working on it, I just quickly became addicted. Now, the yarn itself is gorgeous. This is what I have done so far. The yarn itself is gorgeous. You can see how the colors just blend so beautifully. Blues and golds and purples and greens, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I think this would look spectacular with a little black dress. And I will find something to wear this with, or get something to wear this with, because I'm in love with this. And the only problem, let's see, the yarn has like a sheen to it, which is wonderful, beautiful. And it's a slubby yarn. It goes from a size 3 weight yarn to a string smaller than the string I use to make doilies. And it uses an H hook. So it's kind of a challenge when you get to the string and you're using an H hook. But it keeps it interesting when it's a 4-row repeat like this is. Because you work 1 row, and then the second pattern, then the third pattern, then the fourth pattern, and then you're ready to go back to the first pattern. They're short rows. So it keeps it interesting. I love that. So I'm having fun working on that. I'm having a lot of fun working on that. And I'm anxious to finish. And then I have acquisitions. My first acquisitions have nothing to do with crocheting, but I told you about my collections last time, some of them. One of my collections is cats. I collect anything to do with cats, but mostly figurines and stuffed cats. And especially I like them if they have one paw up. Depending on which paw they put up, depends on what kind of luck they bring to you, which of course I don't believe in, but still I like collecting them. And Siamese are my favorite. I had a Siamese kitten. I got one for Christmas when I was like 4 years old, and then I always had one. So this acquisition was one of my favorites. A Siamese with one paw up. You can see the big blue eyes. He's just cute. I just love that. So I got that for my cat collection. And then for my Harlequin porcelain clown collection, I got this. And I got a great deal on this. This is vintage. And the lady that was selling it, her grandparents passed. And she was selling the stuff in their house. And one of the things they had were some of these dolls. And so I got a good deal on this to add to my collection for a vintage one. So that's good. Then this isn't an acquisition. I've had this, but I forgot I had it. I had bought it just because it was a cat. And then I got into drinking tea. And then when I was watching Setta's Place, I got into I got into the idea of having a teapot. I found this with my cat stuff. This comes off and it's a mug. And this part is the teapot. So I can make tea in a teapot now. I'm all excited. I can't wait to try it. I might try that later. So now I can have coffee or tea or soda or my famous smoothie, which someday I'll tell you the ingredients of my famous smoothie. It's so delicious and so incredibly nutritious. So I will share that with you one day. Anyway, acquisitions continued. Where did I put all my acquisitions? Honestly, see what happens? You have a birthday and then the next day you can't remember anything. Okay, this is my favorite acquisition. I bought this for myself for my birthday because I didn't have any good reason to spend the money on it, but I just fell in love with it. It's an arm project bag. So you can hang it off your arm, whether you're sitting somewhere or standing somewhere waiting, and you can have it in there and be crocheting. And it's long enough you can have a skein or a ball or whatever. It's got the zippered pocket, it's lined, and it's got the cutest little lambs on it. Aren't they adorable? And so I had to get it. I found it on Amazon. And I don't have anything like that. I have nothing like that. So I decided to treat myself. So I got that. And then I finally got my pom-poms. There's some hats I have, not like my beanies that I just showed you, but some other hats that require faux fur pom-poms. And so I got these with the buttons on them from Amazon. And you sew the one piece onto the hat, and then you snap this on. And then when you want to wash the hat, it just snaps off. So I got a bag of pom-poms. So I can go ahead and start putting pom-poms on some of my other hats. And then I got some patterns. This is not one shipment of pattern. This is over a period of time. But they were all in a pile, so I figured I'd show you all of them. I got this one, and I immediately went and got the yarn to make it. It's called V-Stitch Cardigan. I got it from Annie's. And look at that. I absolutely adore that. I don't know how the color's coming through, but I hope you can see the pattern. It's made in a number 4 weight yarn. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait to make that one. Then I got the cuffed shawl and more, it's called, by Annie, from Annie's. But this, I think I got this used like on eBay or Amazon, something like that. But it's got some great, great, great patterns in here. I buy most of my stuff used because I can save so much money that way. It's got that pattern. And it's got, that's cute. And I thought that was adorable. No, it's not a sweater, but it's still cute. And you can see it, how when she wears it down there, it looks more like a little bit of a sweater. You can wear these things all different ways. This I love. It's called a shawl, but it looks like a shawl shrug to me. And I think it would be beautiful over a dress, or over almost anything. If you were going out to dinner or something, I just think that's beautiful. That would be pretty in Red Heart with Love metallic. That would be beautiful. And she wears it lots of different ways. I like it the first way. And then it's got the name of the book, The Cuff Shawl, in a couple of different ways. There's one of them. There's one. And there's a plain one. That uses bulky weight yarn, which I'm not used to. So that'll be something new for me to try. Then I got this from eBay. It's Annie Potter Presents Quick and Easy Shrugs in Crochet. I love shrugs. And so I got these. And I especially like this one right here. And then I got these. And I especially like this one and this one. So I should be busy making some of these soon. Then I got this from eBay. It's vintage. And I'm not sure what the date is on it. What's the date on this? It doesn't say. It doesn't have a date. I would say this is late 60s, early 70s. And I love the vests that they had then. So I bought this. It's called the Gypsy Vest Book by Jack Frost. This is what it looks like. The only problem, I didn't realize until I started looking into it, they use completely different ways of explaining their patterns than we do now, or than we did when I learned. Because even now, they're way different than they were from when I learned 9 years ago. So I've got to sit down and see if I can decipher one of the vests that I like and see if I can make one of those. And then this was almost nothing, and I picked it up because, well, first of all, they're 4-hour doilies. If you need a present or something, a 4-hour doily could come in really handy. But I'm in love with this one here. I want to make it for my dining room, which is purple and pink. And I know purple and pink sounds really weird for a dining room. It was a necessity. It's a long story. I'll go into it sometime. It had to do with the curtains that came with the dining room. And anyway, it's not hot pink and hot purple. It's more subdued. But everything I'm making in cotton, except the placemats, are in worsted. But I want to make this in pink and purple. And it looks like that's 3 colors. So I don't know. I'll have to interject something else. Maybe white. We'll see. But I think that's adorable. And I already know how to make doilies. But I haven't done one for a while. And I figured this is called Learn to Make Stunning Doilies. I got it from Annie's. And since I already know how to make doilies, and this says learn to make stunning doilies, I figured the patterns would probably be fairly simple ones. And so I got this. Because in the summer, I remember what it was like last summer. It was horrible trying to work with yarn in the heat and humidity. So now I'll have some patterns I can go to that won't make me sweat. Either that or I'm going to get a room cooler for the craft room. And this, I just fell in love with this. I like anything mandala, so. The mandala, what is it called? The mandala granny afghan. I think that's just so cute. I'd like to make that to put on this chair in my craft room. So I gotta decide what colors I want. I love the colors they used. But I'm trying to do like a blue theme in here, so I don't know. I really like that though. And this one I got from Annie's. It's Messy Bun Hats and Scarves. If you can see. Got quite a few patterns in there, cute ones. That'll come in helpful next year. And for next Christmas, I cannot wait. I want to make these. Granny Square Angels. They're called Granny's Little Angels from Annie's. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely adorable? Granny Square Angels. Who'd have thought? I'd never thought of that. And also for next year, for presents, I thought I'd make cross bookmarks. So I got this. They're cross bookmarks and ornaments from Annie's. So I thought I'd make those for next year. And then, oh, I crushed it. This is called the Side to Side Vest. It looks like a nice vest and it says that it's easy. You just go from one side to another side. I think I got this from Annie's, but it says the copyright is Jamie Payne of Copper Llama Studio. So, I don't know, but that's it. I got it from Annie's. And it's a side-to-side vest. And I think it uses worsted weight, doesn't it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, worsted weight yarn. So that's easy enough. And this one, I just fell in love as soon as I saw it. As soon as I saw it. It's called Road Trip Hooded Scarf. You can see with the pockets there. And the hood there. I am absolutely in love with that. These are made with Karen 1-pounders, which are also on sale at Joann's right now. This one I got from Annie's, but it also says it's from Copper Llama Studio. And, well, it's called Cozy Shrug. I love shrugs. And I thought that looked really cute and casual for, like, if you're going grocery shopping or something. I thought that would be perfect. And the last one in that shipment, no, that was the last one in that shipment. Then I got these. This one, I'm going to have to look at my online yarn sources and see about getting a, is it bulky weight or chunky weight? Chunky weight number 5 variegated yarn to make the Harbor Lights circle jacket. Look at this. It's like wearing a work of art. Like a tattoo. A work of art. That's how I look at that. That's beautiful. I'd like to find a variegated in those exact same colors. So I'm hoping to make that one for myself. This one, I watched Creative Grandma. And she did a stitch from this pattern one time. And when I saw the pattern and she was showing how to do the stitches, I decided immediately that I wanted to get it. So it's called Weekend Casual Hooded Sweater. And there's a picture of it. That looks so cozy for next fall. So cozy. And I love the hood. And then the last one from that shipment is something I'm going to have to at least make 1 or 2 of, if not more. It says Quick and Easy Cozy Crochet Wrap. One size fits most, and it uses worsted weight yarn. They used With Love Metallic, but I think I'm just going to go with something a little simpler. But look at that. Isn't that perfect? for cuddling up in and doing your crocheting when it's a little chilly in the house. I just think that's so cute. And then I just got a couple of these. This one surprised me when I found out what it was made of. This is made from Red Heart Super Saver stripes, which I use for a lot of my hats. And it's called the Allegany Afghan from Annie's. Look at that. Just using one kind of yarn. Which if you use the magic knot like I do, you would only end up with 2 ends to work in at the end. So that would be absolutely stupendous to me. I'd be so proud of myself if I managed to do that one. And then this one uses Lion Brand Mandala 4 balls. And I happen to have 4 balls of one color. It's not the same color, but it's 4 balls of a same color. It's called Day Star Throw. And I've seen a lot of star Afghans, but this one looked different to me. That one looked somehow different to me. And I would really like to make that. And so since I already have the yarn, it didn't cost much to get the pattern, so. And then the last patterns I got, they were having a sale at Annie's, $4.99 a book. And they were books I had looked at before and said, no, I don't want to spend the money. But they were on sale. So, the first one I got is called Miniature Doilies to Crochet. And the reason I like miniature doilies, one of the reasons, well, one thing you can use them for is coasters. Another thing you can use them for is to put votive candle, the glass votive candles on them. I think they look so cute. If you use a full-size doily and you put a little votive candle in the middle, it's going to overwhelm, the doily is going to overwhelm the candle. So this way, they won't do that. And you can see there's a lot of patterns in here. A lot of cute patterns in here that are going to look adorable underneath a votive candle. I used to have a pattern for one like this, and I loved it. So I want to make that one and see how much alike that is to the one I used to have. Make It Tonight Easy Dishcloths. I don't suppose I really needed it because I have so many dishcloth patterns, but I figure you can always use more. I have a bin of dishcloths that I'm planning on selling at a craft fair, hopefully. And I just figured you could always use more. Some of these are pretty cute. And for some reason, I wanted this from the first time I saw it, so when I saw it on sale, I grabbed it. It's called Make It Tonight Kitchen Trios. 4 stylish sets include hot pads, dishcloths, and towel edgings. It shows them in the front, kind of in use, and on the back, individually. And then, you can take the same yarn that you use to make these, and you can make other stuff to coordinate with it. Like I said, my dining room is pink and purple. And one thing I did was cover I made a cover for my turntable. It's pink and purple stripes. And then I did pink and purple stripes and I put it around small coffee cans. Because all those little things that you're always just finding on the table and you don't know what to do with? A pen or some stamps or whatever. You put them in the can and it matches the decor. And it's so easy to cover a can. I'll have to go over that sometime for anybody if anybody's interested, if anybody doesn't know how to do that. And then the last one I got I thought was a really good deal for $4.99. It's called 101 Doilies. And it says, crochet doilies in 2 sizes. Each doily can be made using either size 10 cotton thread or cotton worsted weight yarn. And although it's got 101 in there, it just shows a few on the front and on the back. And so that'll be another fun summer project. And I think that's all the acquisitions that I got. I'm pretty sure. I don't have a lot going. I got new business cards. Finally, they came in. If I can get one out of the box. Isn't that cute? with a kitten playing with a ball of yarn. I thought those were so cute. So I've been sending some of those out. Oh, and I need some advice. In the last video, I showed you those plain one large granny square Afghans that I made with stripes. And I told you how I wanted to make butterflies and flowers to put on it in different patterns. And that's why I wanted the plain background, because I want the emphasis to be on the butterflies or the flowers. And I've got some patterns now that I like, but I can't decide what colors. So I was hoping somebody could help me out. Put in the comments below what colors you think I should use for the flowers and or butterflies for the granny square Afghans. I got one that's bright yellow and bright orange. I've got one that's royal and light blue. And I've got one that's hot and bubblegum pink. And I have no idea what colors would go well with those that would be noticeable. You want, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want just one color too, you know, because I want to make it interesting. So if anybody has any ideas about what colors they think would look good with those three colors, I would really, really appreciate it if you would mention it in the comments below and let me know what colors you think. And I'll let you know for sure what I end up deciding on. I should have did that for a giveaway. But, no, that's not a good enough thing for a giveaway. Anyway, I think that's about it. I bought the yarn to finish my C2C shawl, and now I can't find it. So I have to find my yarn so that I can finish my C2C shawl. And I'm avoiding working the ends in on the granny square Afghan, which I need to do. I keep getting asked about it all the time. Where's the Afghan? Where's the Afghan? And I just hate working ends on. I try and do a few in between projects. And that's about it. Puppy sleeping. Oh, puppy sleeping. Here's the baby. Here's the baby. So cute. And so jealous. Come here. It's okay. Spot's jealous. Because I have another puppy in here. I can't help it. I'll go put her back with her litter mates in a minute. Anyway, we have, that's about it. We're done. Until next time. And hopefully I'll have that, the wrap done. If not the wrap and the hat. And maybe I'll get something done on a couple of the other whips I showed you, but I don't have any stitch markers, so I won't be able to show you how much progress I made. Unless I just go ahead and use a plastic stitch marker. I suppose I could. Anyway, so goodbye for now. If you enjoyed it, if you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe and like. And leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And the baby says bye-bye. Sadie, say bye-bye. And God bless. Have a good one. Bye-bye.